Right. Good evening. Happy Monday night. I know I'm running a little bit late. Dinner was late. Hubby got home from work late. It's one of those times of year where if it can happen, it is happening. So anyway, we're here tonight. Let's make a card. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on this weekend. This past weekend, we had the Meet Me at the Market. It was great, a great turnout. Felt really good about it. And then this coming weekend is the Knoxville Expo, or at the Knoxville Expo, there's the flea market. So that will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, December 20, 21, and 22. Friday, it starts at 2 until 6. And then Saturday, 10 to 6, Sunday, 10 to 4. So I will have all or as much of my retired stuff as I can take. And I will have the little stocking stuffers and the other things too. Same, most of what I had this past Saturday. So, and that, this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's free to come in. It's the flea market at the Knoxville Expo. So I hope that I can see a lot of you. If you want some retired Stampin' Up stuff, cheap, come see me. All right, enough of that. I'm going to show you a new stamp set. I have a little bin that I keep my things in. When I first get them, I learned from Patty Bennett. She's an amazing lady that loves Stampin' Up, and she has her own she does Facebook lives every Friday. So she also shows some storage tips and different things. And one of the things that she does is when she gets a new order and it has new stamps and toys in it, she puts it in one place on her desk. And then she knows she's not used it if it's still there. So it can't find its proper home until she uses it. So I'm trying that, and I see a few sets in my box I need to use before I buy some more. And we know we want more, right? So we're going to play with one tonight. I'm going to make one card, and let's just have some fun. Let me share the screen. All right. Hopefully the captions are working, and I should have gotten my keyboard out of my way. Sorry. I may need you so you can come a little bit closer, my friend. All right. It's called the Happy Hibiscus. Aren't those flowers just fun? This has a hybrid embossing folder and dies that go with it. And remember last week I showed you how to use the hybrid embossing folder? I think I might have forgotten to share the YouTube over on Facebook, but hopefully you know where to find me. So I'll try to share both links for last week and this week over on Facebook. But here's the Happy Hibiscus. I just love the flowers and the font in this one. So let's get busy making a card. Here's the dies that go with it. We're going to use this. I already cut that out. That's part of the reason I was late. And we will go from there. Oh, here's the embossing folder. There's a picture of it, so you can see what all it does. And it's shown at 45% because it's one of the big ones that you have to have the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to get it to go through. And remember, always hinge first Otherwise, it will pop and crack and it will warp or possibly even break your embossing folder. We are going to play with Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, and Gorgeous Grape. I've got all my fun stuff right up here. Our card base is Gorgeous Grape. That there, 5.5, 8.5, scored at 4.25. Because why would Brenda do a card that's 4.25 by 11, right? Sometimes she does. Most of the time they're this direction. All right, that's extra white. All right, and then I went ahead and I already embossed this piece that is 4 by 5.25. And I'm going to put it right on the card front, right like so. I find my adhesive. It's put away where it belongs. And you know, I should grab the green glue. It should hold. I love purple, and I will tell you that I did scan Pinterest and I see Love to Create Joanne Hewins, Hewins, created a card very similar to this. So we're gonna play. Mine's a little different. We're gonna put that there, but nope, she had hers embossed too. We're not gonna emboss that piece, but we're gonna go ahead and put these two together, and then we're gonna stamp on this extra white. It's a lot of embossing. I didn't tell you the measurements on these pieces. The Highland Heather is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that makes this be 2.5 by 3.5. Those are easy measurements to remember and to cut. When you start doing the 8ths and the 16ths, it's where it starts making my head hurt, especially if I'm prepping that for a class. Let's put this right here. You still see the pretties. All right, let's lay this to the side and let's pull this over, and we're going to cut that out with the need the stamp set. So after we stamp, oh, and I need the big block. Because those 3 beauties are attached. Let's get the big block out. And then we'll go from there. Put on that? Sure will. We're going to stamp it in Gorgeous Grape first. And I'm going to rough it on my pants so that it will hold the adhesive. That just kind of gets the silicone off of there that they sprayed in the mold to help it release. On these bigger stamps, I find that sometimes it's easier to lay it down and tap your ink pad on the stamp. It's a little bit more control. Flip her over. And stamp. And as my friend Kevin would say, you say, Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful, and then you lift. Oh! It's a good thing our paper is double-sided. Let's try this again. It's on the glass mat. It should not have done that. Let's try again. All right. Now let's give it a back rub. Heaven is wonderful. Or you can say your name, and that will give you some good positive affirmations. I don't know who's watching, so I can't say your name, but are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Now let's keep our fingers crossed. It worked. Okay. Now I'll close up the gorgeous grape so I don't put my hand in it. And I will pull out the pieces that go in there to color it. And we're going to use Highland Heather. Start with the larger one. Had some good section on it. And tap, tap, tap. You could stamp off with your gorgeous grape and get a lighter color, but I wanted to go with light. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Isn't that gorgeous? I think I'm in love. All right, where's my cleaner? I know I brought it over because I have all my blocks in card projects over there. Clean. Set it down right there. We'll pop it back on the case and then get the next big one. And tap, tap, tap. Thank you all for watching. If you are liking what you're seeing and you have not subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe. See this little tag right here? It matches that little spot right there. That's how you know where to put it. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Pretty. It's been a long day at work, I'll just tell you. So if I'm being a little extra sillier than normal, I apologize. But you really are wonderful. And I love it when people watch and engage when they're watching. All right, here's the little flower. Let's tap, tap, tap. Come on, make sure you got Highland Heather all over you. If it goes outside the lines a little bit, that's totally okay. Oh, and just because I'm going to be at the Knoxville Flea Market this weekend, we are still having card class Friday night. It closes at 6. I will be out the door as soon as I can at 6. I'll already have the room set up for card class, and I'll be right here to welcome you in. All right, there's that. Let's stamp a couple of leaves. That right there, I'll put them back where they belong after. We're going to cut them out, so I'm going to stamp them all at the same time. Oh, nope, that's a filler. So you can wait. Which one's that one? Outline. And then that one will be the filler. Okay. So we're going to stamp it in this straight down in Granny Apple Green. Oh, come on. Should have rubbed it on my pants. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Perfect. Clean it. My chamois has been well loved and well used. It does not come that color. It turns that color after you use it for a little bit. So expect it to not stay pretty if you order a Stampin' Chamois. But they are one of the best tools ever. All right. I don't want it full strength, so I'm going to pull in this little piece of grid paper and I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to stamp inside this leaf. Nice. And I should have done a couple of more. So let's stamp off. And we're going to do it backwards. Oh. Make a little bit more room over here. Stamp off. Stamp on. Do it one more time. Stamp off. And on. All right. Clean it. The outline. Big one. I'm going to put it on the silicone mat so it doesn't clunk. Nice. Okay. Good. Two more of the outlines of the little one. Clean before you get green fingers. And then stamp off. Stamp on. All right, I'm going to run over to the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to die cut these. Let me clean this. I'm going to try to hide the glare on the glass mat, so you don't have to look at that. Slide this down, and I think we're good. All right, let me take this and cut it with the leaf shapes and the big flowery. I will be right back after these messages, which I don't know what the messages are. That's just this fun thing to say, right? If you're watching live and you're wondering where I'm at, I'm over at the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because I Don't want to wiggle the table over there too much. I'm trying to hurry, but I'm also trying to get a good sharp cut out image. All right, there we go. There's all my little pieces. There's 1 flower, 2 flower, 3 flower, 1 leaf, 2 leaf. Let's do the other 4. You can do 2 at a time because one's big and one's little. If the die doesn't stick to your finger and move after you get it in the right place. Okay. Number 3. Yeah. It helps if you line up your cutting plate first, so it goes through straight. All right. Right, they are all cut out. I am on my way back over there as soon as I pick these up. All right, thank you for your patience. Now let's assemble our card. Sorry, I could have left something prettier in the view. Sorry about that. No grungy Stampin' Cut and embossment or shammy cleaning thingy. All right. Card. And I should have stamped the small flower. Let's just do this real quick. Just do the inside of it. This is for the inside piece of our card. Nope. Here we go. Here, so I don't lose you. There. Gorgeous, great. And it's this little flower right here. So you can just watch where you're stamping and get ink just on that flower. If you happen to get it on the edges of the other ones, that's okay too. Here we go. I'm not going to take time to clean it. I feel like I've wasted too much of your time tonight, and I'm so sorry. Close up. All right, let's assemble our card wherever I might have laid it. So this piece goes in the middle to be able to write on. So we didn't have a naked inside like I most of the time do. I try to say, do as I say, not as I do, right? And have naked, don't have naked insides. Of course, they're not naked after you write on it. If you've got a lot to write, you don't want a whole bunch of stuff stamped in there anyway. All right, there's the inside of our card. Now let's assemble the outside. And we're going to start by putting the larger flower on dimensionals. Oh, you can see where I stamped the back of it and stamped it wrong. Well, where it didn't work very well. A brand new sheet of dimensionals. Woo-hoo. All right. And they don't want to play nice. Come on back. Come off there. You're going to help stick to the card and be a pretty. Put that one right there. Flip, flip. You only need one. That's how dimensional backings get everywhere. Yeah, drop them. This one is going to go tuck in right there. This little pretty is going to fill this little space. And I'm going to put a big leaf and a little leaf together. And I think I'm going to just put them flat. And tuck it right here. Isn't that pretty? We're going to tuck this one right here. And then this one. Let's go ahead and turn this guy over. Kind of filling in these spaces where it looks like there's quite a nothing. And let's put some on this. It. All right, and now for our sentiment. I don't know that I want to be a big word across there. Let's, I don't want to hide. Let's stamp on this and see what sentiment do we want. You make me smile. Congratulations. Thanks for being so kind. Let's do thanks for being so kind and cut it out. We're going to do it in Gorgeous Grape. See how well that stamps. Nope. Let's clean it and start over. Yes, silicone. Another way I've heard friends talk is to be able to stamp on Versamark first and then in the ink, because the Versamark won't mess up your ink pads. And that's much better. All right, now let's get our paper snips and that's yucky. And then the Versamark helps absorb some of the oils, I guess. I don't know. Whatever works to give you a good, sharp, clear image the first time you stamp. All right, now let's put a dimensional on this side and let's tuck it right there. How about that? Dimensionals are lost on the desk already. A little bit of adhesive to hold it down. Nice. And then we're going to use these purple fine shimmer gems because tonight's all about purple, even though I'm wearing red. And I can't get it out. Come on. We're going to use these darker ones right here. One right here. And right here. And right here. All right. I hope that you've enjoyed the card tonight. Sorry I was running late. I promise to start trying to do better. It's always a challenge. How do you like that card? I love the hibiscus. I'm so glad I played with them tonight. I don't know if they're purple ever, but they are in my world, and they can be whatever color you want them to be in your world. So have a great night. I hope that you do something fun for yourself this week. I know that it's hustle bustle week, trying to get things done because next week is the big magic holiday. Where the red guy comes, well, the guy in the red suit. So I hope that you do something fun for yourself this week and know that you are loved and appreciated, every one of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for supporting my small business, for being there. I just love looking back and say, oh, this many people watched the video. I hope they got something fun out of it this week. So thank you for supporting and just being there. And if you are in Knoxville or close and you want to, come swing by the Knoxville Expo Center on Clinton Highway on Saturday. I will be there. Hubby will be keeping the kiddies company at home. And it'll be a great weekend. And I look forward to seeing some of you in card class. Got some fun stuff planned. Look for a few little changes coming up, but it'll be good. It'll all be good. All right. Have a great week, and I will zip it, Stop talking, Brenda. Have a great night. Do something fun for yourself, and I'll